Welcome to SafariBuilds. My name is Cooper and welcome back to another one of my jam-packed videos. Now in today's video, we've got a plethora of things that we're going to be doing. Now plethora, that might be the vocab word of the day, but we will see. In today's video, the goal of this video is to do a test drive. Now that doesn't mean doing wheelies and driving through houses, but it means driving down the street, maybe getting the front tires off the ground, but I need to make sure that my engine block isn't cracked because there has been some mysterious oil appearing from somewhere. In today's video, we will be doing everything from rerouting the whole coolant system up front. Hopefully the pump built into the engine can handle that. If not, then what are you gonna do about it? But also with the test drive in mind, we need to heat wrap the exhaust so that my golf cart doesn't light on fire. We need to put oil in the system, coolant in the system, and then we need to set the gas tank up and kind of just double check everything. Get these air ducts locked and loaded and put the new master link on. So with all of this to do, let's get crack-a-lackin'. So we got this little box drawn up over here and we're just gonna cut it. Is this thing like invincibilium? What the stuff is going on right now? I mean, I cut through it earlier, kind of easy. Maybe it's a location. Would you care to pop out? What? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We got our little door out. Hashtag Dora, rest in peace. It doesn't need to be perfect, but this thing just needs to fit in here. Okay, so I took the exhaust pipe off that comes out of the dirt bike engine, and we're just gonna be taking this piece off so that we can fully heat wrap it. And then once it's heat wrapped, we will have the right access to some of the coolant hoses, and then we can cut the new coolant pipe and tighten everything down, connect it to the engine, heat wrap the exhaust pipe, cut the hole for the exhaust tip in the back of the golf cart, and then mount it all up, attach it here because it will clamp on right here. Yeah, I mean, there's not too much more to do after that. Put oil in the engine, cut the kickstart door, and give it a start. Hopefully everything works well. There will probably be a bunch of stuff that we need to work out, but I mean, yeah, we're kind of cruising along. So now I'm just gonna loosen the rest of the coolant hoses. Ow! Nice. So now we have, I think that's all of them actually, because this one should just pull off. So all of the coolant hoses are out, which means now we can kind of put this new hose on and get a good glimpse of what length we will need. The one thing that we need to watch out for is kinks, and that's like the biggest thing. This hose is pretty big though, so it shouldn't kink at all. And we should use about that much. If I'm gonna be honest, the bandsaw is probably one of the best ways to cut this. Everything else is pretty slow and would probably mess it all up. So I'm gonna cut that. Okay, we got the longest coolant hose measured up, and we are gonna let this thing rip. Okay, I was wrong. This one is the longest by far. Alrighty, so we got our 3 coolant hoses. Boom! These two are pretty similar in length, but this one I think is the far side one. This is a close one. We can also attach this one. Like that. And then we kind of need a way to keep these in place because they like to move. But I mean, that's all the coolant hoses kind of lightly hooked up, if you will. Okay, so just as a test, I decided to bring the welder out and see if the aluminum would be nice to me. It wasn't. So I stuck a little screw in there, and then we welded that, and then I was like, oh, I have some extra bolts, so I'm gonna weld that to the metal and then weld that, and then it won't move, you know what I mean? And then on the other side, I had the exact same bolt, so I did something kind of similar on this side, and then we're gonna weld that to that, and then we should be good. And then we'll tighten those, heat wrap the exhaust, cut this hole for the heat wrap, or for the exhaust I should say, and then put everything together, make sure all the electrical stuff is ready, make sure the kill switch works, make sure the clutch works, shifter works, brakes work, and then try to start it. So let's weld that, tighten the clamps, and then move on to the exhaust. Okay, alrighty, let's start this bad boy up. And I guess we'll weld the far side first. A look from afar and check it out. It is a little crooked. Let's give it a couple love taps. That should be a lot better. Okay, let's try to tack this on. Come on. Hold on, it's about to sound like there's a hurricane. The radiator is basically mounted up. Now, mounted up well? I don't know about that. But now we are going to cut the hole for the exhaust. Now, I don't know about you guys, but fiberglass don't taste good. Beautiful. My guess is that the exhaust pipe will not fit. I mean, are we close? It's the right idea. Honestly, it is. So I'm gonna say we need to cut a little bit more. Always wear your masks, kids. This stuff doesn't taste good. It's not good for you. No need to be breathing it in. I mean, we're on the right direction. We just need to cut some out of the backside now. It's thinking about it for sure, but it needs more angle. Okay, can this fit? Maybe that's the problem. That the idea is there, but the execution is not. Well, it looks like it's been snowing on my gosh darn camera. I'll be back. Okay, when I say that you guys did not miss a single thing, I mean it. For the last like 6 million years, I have been grinding. Pause, play. I have been absolutely demolishing this exhaust pipe. Pause, play. It kinda got a little squished. It's hard to tell, but it connects, and it will look something kinda like this. If it'll let me. Kinda like that. It will stick up a little bit. So now, let's heat wrap it, connect it all, and then, yeah, put coolant in, oil in, gas tank on, and then I think test it. Oh, cut the seat in half. Alrighty! Let me shut the fan off. Yeah, I guess just slide this bad boy right on in here. Just like this. It'll be higher than that. I just need to get this other piece in. Okay, I'm gonna tighten the thing on. It's about as tight as I can get it. And if you see a big abyss looking hole, that's how you know you're in the right place. So next up, we have what I thought was gonna be a really challenging part, but it wasn't. Okay, so I had to re-angle that a little bit off camera. And then if we come over here, me re-angling it actually allowed us to get a little bit more of clearance, which I'm fine. If this light's on fire a little bit, what are you gonna do about it, right? Heat wrap's good. It's kind of floppy in a little places, which is a bummer, but that's what everyone says. Radiators are good-ish. They're like test drivable mounting. So we gotta tighten all the hose clamps, put the gas tank on, make sure it won't move around, fill it with gas, oil, and coolant, put some electrical stuff back on, and then go for a test drive. Okay, so right now I am putting this thing on, which basically takes minor amounts of volts from the kickstart and turns them into a lot more volts basically, thus allowing me to have running power and whatnot. Okay, it's about as on there as it can be. All the hoses down there are tight, so let's tighten the ones up front. Coolant hoses are tight, extremely tight. That leaves us left with the seat, the gas tank, which is really easy, and filling everything up, and then cutting the door for the kickstart, and putting the thing in that will hold my chain on. This is a lot of work, and taking the headlights out and doing the air ducts. Let's do the gas tank. Okay, I have no clue where the clip is, but it was basically just a beefed up zip tie, so a zip tie will be fine. And then this little clip comes on the back. That's our gas tank, right? Our gas tank's clipped in for the most part. Damn! I don't know what that was, but it didn't sound too fun. That's on, which means we've got gas. Fill it up with oil. And it should be plenty, like a butt ton of oil in there. Hopefully not too much, but yeah. Because, I mean, the engine did drain, so we'll have to drive it, check it for oil, and check it again. We've got the overflow tank for the coolant system. So this plugs into this. Honestly, as a temporary fix, okay, calm down there. Maybe I got a little excited. It looks like it works perfectly fine. So there's that. That's hooked up over there. So now we need to fill it with coolant. The only problem is I bought the biggest coolant can, tank, jar, container, and it's at like hecka of an angle. Okay, I believe that I have the power to just do it the normal way. Okay, that way seriously does not work, for me at least. We've got coolant, the other stuff, oil, and water. Water? We need gas, and the kickstart and the seat. Let's do gas next. And of course the gas tank is outside. Let's do the kickstart thing, I guess. Really all I need to do is measure it. So it looks like it goes, and we'll just need to cut there. So we got that. I was pretty close, a little bit off. Let's remove the front headlights first because we need to get air ducts to the radiator. The air ducts will come through here. I'll probably just tape it. And then we'll be good to grip and rip. And we will like come back to this because these are not done at all. And get actual fronts for them, but it will be nice for the radiators to have some sort of air going towards them. Those are the temporary air ducts. So I guess we'll lower the top, just go slowly because this thing kind of wants to die most of the time. Hello? There we go. Oh, we gotta cut the seat. Okay, so let's get this puppy started and hopefully go for a somewhat calm drive. I know it won't be that way, but that's how I like it to be. Okay, so after yesterday's first test drive, well, two big things happened. One big thing, actually. So you see the sprocket right there? Notice how it's not spinning? Yep. It's gonna be quite hard to see. Right in there, where it connects, the axle welds broke off, which I actually really wasn't expecting. So what we gotta do is re-weld everything, and then put gas in, and then go for a drive. Now we just need a little bit of coolant. I'll double check the oil, but I overfilled it by a little bit yesterday, so it should be all good on that. Hopefully this carpet doesn't light on fire. Okay, so some pretty unfortunate news. As I was on my way over to my filming place, the engine decided to forcefully take itself apart right there. You can't really see it, but where that big crack is. I'm pretty bummed out because this just means a bunch more work that I really was not expecting. So I get that I was kind of upsetty spaghetti because the engine almost exploded, but that's no way to be treating all my followers. I don't understand why I was so bummed out, probably because I knew I was about to drop some bands on a new welder. But luckily, Yes Welder came in clutch. They sent out a pretty turbo TIG welder. If you don't know what that means, it means it's pretty sweet. The next video, it might be a YouTube short because I don't think it will take that much effort or time, is going to be me fixing the engine. And then after that, there will be some driving content. I need to dial some stuff in, but freaking get pumped up. Please subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe because what are you going to do about it? Yeah.